We stumble onto the platform, giggling with something close to euphoria. It was an unforgettable night. I'm never happier than when I'm with my best friends, and tonight was extra special. We saw our favorite band live. Tickets always sell out within minutes. 3 months ago, we were all refreshing our screens desperately. I didn't manage to get tickets, neither did Soph. I had them in my basket at one point, but they were sold out when I tried to check out. Annalise said she was also unsuccessful, only to surprise me with 3 tickets on my birthday. The train looks almost empty when it arrives, especially after several people get out. The carriage that stops in front of us is unoccupied. We find a table seat so we can sit together. The train is about to leave when 4 boys get in. They're men, technically, but they're young. I reckon between 18 and 21. I instantly feel uneasy. They're rowdy and clutching beer cans. One with a baseball cap and severe acne leers at us. Any other time I would feel some affinity towards him because I was bullied for my acne growing up. Thankfully, my parents were able to afford laser treatment. I don't feel sympathy for this boy, however, because he's looking at us like we're his for the taking. He saunters over with his friends behind him as the train pulls away. "Hey, girlies," he slurs. "What are you doing out this late?" "We're coming back from a concert," Anna replies. Her tone is clipped. I can tell she's apprehensive. I glance at Soph. She looks worried. The boys haven't done anything wrong as such, but it's not a comfortable situation. I'm sure most women can relate. The one with the cap sits next to Anna, opposite me and Soph. "I'm Stu," he says. "Can you sit somewhere else, Stu?" Soph replies. She's the most brazen of the 3 of us. Anna looks at her in horror. I share her concern. Angering him could make the situation worse. Stu laughs. "That's not very nice now, is it? I'm only being friendly." I can smell the stale beer on his breath. I look around, hoping to find a member of staff, but there's not one in sight. A ticket collector will do the rounds soon, surely. "It's cold in here, isn't it?" Anna says. There's a quiver in her voice. "I don't think the heating is working in this carriage. Why don't we try the next one?" "Good idea," I reply, grateful for Anna's ingenuity. She's always the practical one. We get up. Stu doesn't move to allow Anna out, so she climbs awkwardly over him. I take her hand in one of mine and Soph's in the other. We hurry down the carriage. My heart sinks when the boys follow. There's nobody in the next 2 carriages. I realize with horror that the driver's cabin is in the other direction from our original carriage. The boys block the aisle when we attempt to go back that way. "The heating's working fine here, but hey, if you're still cold, I'll warm you up," Stu slurs. Anna looks close to tears. "It's actually too hot. Let's go back to our original seats," I suggest. The boys don't move. I said, "We're fine here." He dropped the fake friendliness that previously softened his voice. We sit down, the 3 of us squeezing into a set of 2 seats so the boys can't sit with us. Stu sits across the aisle while his friends continue to block it. There's no point trying to shove or scramble past one because it will be straight into the clutches of the next. Soph takes her phone from her bag and starts typing furiously. I can't remember the number for the transport police, and there's no internet signal to look online. There's 1 bar of phone signal. My phone buzzes with a text from Soph. It reads, "My dad's going to meet us at the station. We are nearly at your stop. You could go to get off and see if they follow. Stay here if they do." I would prefer to remain with Soph and Anna, but my sister is getting married tomorrow morning, and the last coach that gets me there on time leaves from the bus station near my stop in 10 minutes. Soph's dad won't be able to drive me back in time. I text Soph saying I don't want to leave them. She replies that there are 2 of them, so they'll be fine. She says she's planned with Anna that they'll lock themselves in the toilet and her dad will check the coast is clear before they come out. The train terminates at her stop, so he'll have time. I'm in 2 minds what to do. I don't want to miss the wedding, but what if the boys follow me when I get up and then push me out of the train? There might be a member of staff on the platform, but it's a tiny station and late at night, so it wouldn't be unusual if there's not. The train arrives at my stop. Luckily, there are exits in both directions, so I won't need the boys to let me past. They don't follow me when I get up and cautiously leave the train. I walk swiftly toward the bus station, glancing behind every few seconds. There's no sign of the boys. I hope my girls are on their way to the toilet by now. I'm in the underpass when my phone rings. It's Soph. I pick up, but her voice is drowned out by static. The line disconnects. I try calling back, but it goes straight to voicemail. There must be no signal at her end. Hopefully, she was just letting me know they're safely in the toilet. My heart races when I hear something behind me. I spin round. It sounded like footsteps, but nobody's there. I gasp when I catch sight of a figure ahead of me off to the side. I relax when I realize it's Anna. But it can't be. How did she get ahead of me? She beckons me toward her urgently. My instincts say to trust this woman, and when I reach her, there's no doubt it's Anna. She crouches behind the tall weeds. I do the same. Then I see them. 2 boys from the train step out from the underpass. They must have jumped off the train at the last second. That's why Soph called. But this means she's on her own with Stu and the other one. How could Anna leave her alone with them? Anger boils within me. "Where's Soph?" I yell when the men have passed. "Soph is safe," Anna replies. "How do you know?" "Because she's not here." Anna smiles in a way that's somehow content and heartbroken at the same time. Then she vanishes, just disappears into thin air. I whisper her name, but there's no response. I wait a few minutes to be sure the men won't come back or hear me. Then I call Soph's phone. "Jade, it's Walt, Soph's dad. Are you okay?" "I'm fine. Where are Soph and Anna?" "They forgot to lock the toilet door after pressing the button to close it, so those thugs got in. Soph is hurt, but alive. She's conscious now." I can hear the tears in his voice. "I'm sorry, Jade. They had a knife. Anna didn't make it. I tried to revive her." "But I just saw her," I cry. "I know, love. He thinks I mean on the train, not literally moments ago." "Where are you? I'll pick you up," Walt offers. "Near the bus station. I'll meet you there." Walt collects me and we visit Soph in hospital. The police take our initial statements. We cry all night for Anna. Walt drives me to my sister's wedding in the early hours of the morning. My sister offered to postpone, but I know Anna wouldn't want that. As we're arriving at the church, the police call to tell us 4 suspects have been arrested. I'm going to ID them tomorrow. "Do you believe in ghosts?" I ask. Walt replies, "I believe that just because we can't see someone, it doesn't mean they're not there. Those closest shape us into the people we become. Anna will always be with you." I don't know about always, but she was with me when I needed her. I'm not a fast runner. I doubt I would have got away from those men if she hadn't hidden me. Maybe there's a brief limbo between life and death, or perhaps I'll see her again someday.